Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more, or close the wall up on our English dead. In peace, there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, then intimate the action of a tiger, stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage. Then lend the eye a terrible aspect. Let pride through the portage of the head, like the brass cannon. Let the brow o'erwhelm it, as fearfully as doth a galled rock o'erhang and jutty his confounded base, swilled with a wild and wasteful ocean. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. I was going to do the whole thing, and then I was like, man, this is going to take like 10 minutes. That Shakespeare guy, he wrote long stuff. Long stuff. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another 10 Forward Weekly. My name is Mike Fadum, also known as Ambassador Cal. I am your community manager. And this week, we're going to be diving into the Breach on Xbox One, the event that you guys are diving into right now on Xbox and PlayStation 4 in the with the goal of unlocking my favorite pet in the entire game, a Velociraptor that shoots lasers from his mouth. Well, his mouth. Just has one. Just the one mouth. So yeah, we're going to dive into that. But before we get into that, I do want to say, because I saw a bunch of posts about it on Reddit and Twitter and places today, we do know about the queuing issue on console. I've mentioned it in a couple of places, but I guess that word is not getting out there. So disseminate it amongst yourselves. We know we're looking into a fix, and believe me, I understand how frustrating it is. It turns out what's happening is not that the queue, and a lot of people are saying it's because of the redesign of the queue UI. It's actually nothing to do with that. It's there's an issue where if somebody declines the queue or if somebody doesn't accept in time, the button to accept it a second time doesn't pop up, which is incredibly annoying and incredibly frustrating, and we know and we understand. And I promise, as soon as we have a fix, we are going to try and get it out to you. I've been shaking that cage as hard as I can to a very overworked team who is working hard on getting you guys all kinds of new content too. So as soon as we have more news, I will let you know. But in the meantime, why don't we look at some fan art? Eldon Rediverse Campbell says, when is Discovery coming to Xbox? I'll tell you what, you'll have more information on that on Saturday because there's going to be a panel at Destination Star Trek that will give some pretty good information about the future of STO through through mid 2019. So yeah, Saturday is when we can talk about upcoming content. Watch StarTrekOnline.com for more information. People are saying there's a glitch or something. Nope. Okay. Unexpected Bagel, I would love to be somewhere in the game, but I've already got a, is there like a delay going on or something? Is that what the problem is? There's probably a delay still. Hold on. I see people saying that I'm very lifelike, which is an unusual thing to say about a person. Nope, there's no delay. Okay, I don't know what's going on. You guys tell me what's going on. Anyway, someone else had a question that I was going to answer. And I've forgotten it now because people are saying, Graham Bowers, I actually don't know about exclusive codes. I do know we pushed for something like that. It depends on what Perfect World Europe decided to do. But I believe so, because I think Tim is going to be wanting. We aren't going to actually have a booth at Birmingham. We're going to have a panel. And then if you can find Mr. Tim Davies, you know, at least say hi. I think he might have some stuff to give you, too. Let's see. RTK142, there might be someone recording the panel, but that all depends on agreements with the different people who run it. The reason we can do that in STLV is because we know the guys who work on those panels really well, and they are happy to let Elio plug himself in to record stuff. So there's that. Let's see. Lance and Dragon has posted some correct info in the Twitch chat. There is a Battle of the Binary Stars queue coming next month with more details on that soon. Okay. RTK142, any relation to Ray and Dave? I don't know what you mean. Okay, all right, well, let's dive into some fan art for this week before we dive into console. So we got a lot of cool stuff this week, actually, so we'll just start going through it. Brett Klein sent us a couple of different things. This is his Discovery Captain, rocking the mutton chops. I love the focus effect you got going on there. That's pretty cool. And then this is his bulky AF Klingon Captain and his tardigrade pet. Looks awesome. And a close-up of his Klingon Captain looking mischievous. I want to know what cutscenes that's from, because I would love to take a picture of my character with that face. Screenshot Bot sent in this awesome shot of the San Francisco skyline that Hector Ortiz, our concept artist, painted for the new Discovery map. It's really cool. I love how all of that looks. I want to go live in that city. I feel like the inside of it is super outrun. Our resident landscape artist, Nuno Espadina, sent us in a couple of cool shots this week. This is, I don't think, Ja'ula doing a selfie, but it sure looks like Ja'ula doing a selfie. This is the Yorktown speeding into the DS9 wormhole. This is a problem. A problem is what this is. This is not going to work out well. We should not be ever letting this many Ferengi near that portal. History is going to be boned. And this is a dance party on Ryza. Very nice, very nice. And then this is a lovely waterfall from our first Contact Day map in Montana. Meanwhile, if this thing loads again, Shane Hoover sent us some cool stuff. This is Tilly, out of breath after running with you doing the new Discovery tutorial. And we've got a nice shot of the Malachowski hanging out at one of the first parts of Secrets. Some beautiful maps on these new missions. And here's another shot. I actually don't know what map this is from. Someone will tell me in chat, I'm sure, but it looks real pretty. Oop, gotta prevent the Xbox from going to sleep. And then Sir Boulevard sent us a whole bunch of stuff. Here's the Age of Lieutenant Tardigrade. That's what we should have called the content drop. I'm very sorry. And then a shot of the Academy from out in San Francisco Bay, which is cool. And another shot of the new Academy map from the inside. I should send that to Scott. He'll love to see that. And it's another landscape shot of the Academy from just from the outside, with San Francisco off in the distance. And finally, from Sir Boulevard, this awesome shot of the shuttle flying over the city skyline. Really, really like that. It's super cool. Tuscan sent us in this shot of the new Walker class, I imagine. Could be the old Walker class, but it's a Walker class. And this one as well. And then, last but certainly not least, ZEF Films, our friend who makes all those cool videos for us, sent us a couple of sweet shots of the Malachowski. Oh, I called something that wasn't the Malachowski a minute ago. That was the Nimitz, not the Malachowski. Ha! Corrected it before you guys corrected. I didn't correct it before you. Yep. Nimitz! All right. Here's another shot from ZEF. I believe this will be... Yep, this is the Nimitz. Looking all pretty. Flying off over this alien world with some... Probably a gaseous planet. And finally from ZEF, another sweet, sweet shot of the Nimitz. And then we also got a PowerPoint presentation this week, which... Boy, was it a pain in the butt for me to get that to work on this stream, Duncan, so you're welcome. This is Lieutenant Tardigrade's Adventure, which I haven't actually looked at yet. So I assume it's a storybook. Yep, Lieutenant Tardigrade visits a sunny place. Lieutenant Tardigrade visits a rainy place. There was also a shouty Empress lady who didn't like being hugged. Lieutenant Tardigrade visits a fun place and hopefully doesn't get hit on by a Trill. Lieutenant Tardigrade visits a scary place. Ghosts also not fans of hugging. Lieutenant Tardigrade plays laser tag. Lieutenant Tardigrade finds a wharf. I wonder if he tied up his boat there. Lieutenant Tardigrade makes a friend. Shame he exploded. Thank you, Duncan. That was cute. Now you need to write and illustrate a Tardigrade kids book and pitch it to CBS. Do it. Do it. Oh, you can still see TweetDeck. Goodbye, TweetDeck. All right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Seriously, Duncan, I'm not kidding. Like, you just write, pitch CBS, tardigrades great day out or something like that. I bet you they'd do it. Maybe somebody like Titan Books. Doug Idaho says, I know how to make a pitch to CBS, but he used the wrong no, so I don't think he actually knows how to. I don't know. Maybe we can find someone who can help you out with that. Get me some preview pages. All right, so we're going to dive into the breach. Before we do that, I am going to have to muck with some settings. And so, very briefly, you're going to see my mouth and audio go completely out of sync, like I am in a 70s Kung Fu movie. Don't worry about it. It's perfectly natural. It's just you losing your mind. All right, let's first move the audio out of sync. Oops, that's too many zeros. Okay. All right, now we're going to move the video out of sync. Or rather, back into sync. And my face disappears. But that should do it. Let me know if it doesn't. Okay. So, as I previously mentioned, there is a bit of a bug with finding cues on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Many of you have mentioned it to me. So what I'd prefer to do, if you guys are around and able to, is get some people to play with me on Xbox One and form up a team. To do at least our first breach run. So I am currently hanging out in Deep Space Nine Instance 1. I'm going to head on over to Quarks and hang out by the bar so you guys know where to find me. And let's meet up. Let's do a breach run together. It'll be fun. Play some darts while we wait. Lord Christos, your mind briefly returned, and then you lost it again. Joe Banton, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying Age of Discovery. Just going to sit here playing darts until some players show up. So, if there's anybody around who wants to play, come on by. It's going to be a very exciting stream of me playing darts. Did you just... Bro, did you just shove me out of the way? No, don't celebrate. You missed. You missed. You missed. This doesn't seem to be working. Someone's saying it's strange to see Deep Space Nine #1 without role players hanging out by the bar. I hope you just mean role players and not those other kind of role players that show up at Ryza sometimes. I mean, I guess as long as it's in a private chat, more power to you, but still. Cthulhu, right now on Xbox One, I am currently still flying the Jem'Hadar starter ship, because the last time I played this character was when we played Victory's Life on the stream in Xbox One. So, unfortunately, that's what I got. And I don't have any Zen on this character, so I haven't bought anything better for him yet. Hey Tim, we were just talking about you. I was telling people to find you at Destination Star Trek because you'd have stuff to give away, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong there. All right. It looks like there aren't a lot of Xbox players watching the stream, which is not to be unexpected. So let's try and do this the other way. And we'll see what happens. Apparently Samus is here. I'm going to go sit with Samus. Oh. Alright, we've readied up. Fingers crossed, everyone. Here we go! First try! That's... Well, a lot of people are going to tell me I'm super lucky. Zachary Ash, I don't have a PS4 in this room. I have one set up at my desk, but that seems like a lot of work. Okay, looks like I've got cannon spread fire and tractor beams and healing and some kind of shield something on this ship. Let's see how this goes. Oh, nice. Thanks, Cthulhu. Yeah, the game... Oh, you know what? I can probably... Alright, I'm going to turn on the game audio. Let me know if you're getting weird echoes, basically. Also, the Voth Fortress ship is vulnerable. I don't know if you guys know. Here we go. Full impulse. Everyone keeps saying this will be interesting. Like, I don't know how to run the breach. Like, console controls aren't that different. Of course, if these guys are going to blow up all the hard points before I get there, that's not going to matter.
Warning, ship is under attack.
That's right, the ship was initially equipped with a mix of... It's just yeah. It's just got that heavy weapon. You know, I'm not entirely sure exactly how honored this first is. It is known that there are several more honored firsts out in the galaxy. Perhaps more than there were when we started.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Probably medium honored, well honored, but not, you know, honored rare. There, full impulse. Let's go. Team's leaving me in the dust. Plus side, being left in the dust, I'm picking hard points they missed, which is like 2, but still. I was playing random the other day, and I got to put in the full breach for the first time, which was interesting to try. All this. Yeah, I think we've never actually optimized the game for Steam controllers, so I think it is possible to play it, but as you pointed out, there's a lot of abilities in the game that you don't have a UI setup for controller. It's something we could certainly do if people really desperately request it. It's just I don't know if it's high enough. It's actually, as I understand it, it's a pretty complicated programming thing to get all that right. Oh, thank you. Let's go to weapon power. Augmented Dictator Games says, man, I don't really know what to. If that's you, Sean, from Twitter, can you check with the characters that you're stuck with, can you turn off on-demand patching and try getting into those characters again and let me know if it works? Actually, that goes for everybody. If you had the crash that affected some people with the patch this week, and you have a character who's locked out of some map, I hear it's happening on Deep Space Nine a lot, but it's happening with some random queues as well. Can you turn off on-demand patching and try to get back into that character, and send me whether that worked or not? Team's looking into it, but the more information we have, the better. Oh, okay. I was told it was too quiet. Now it's too loud. I'll fix it. Ah, walls.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Balance shields, balance shields, balance shields.
4 shields failing.
Oh boy. Alright, heal the ship.
Target's shield.
I don't know what this does. We're gonna try it.
Hull integrity below.
Accolade complete. Torpedo target. That makes me feel good. Oh, that's the sort of thing that happens to me in the breach sometimes. I get out of place. In this room especially. I don't really know the flow to this room. I know we have to blow everything up and then start opening the things, but I always seem to go a different direction from my team. Or maybe my team just dies. I'm not sure.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Left shield failing.
Yeah, you definitely can. Oh boy, this
Rear
is not
shield
gonna go well.
failing.
I don't have any shield healing powers. Or rather, I probably do, but they're... Yeah, me and Marangla, we went full Dark Souls on console. You are defeated. Donbat, oh man, I would love that. I would love that mostly for Photoshop and video editing. Just be able to telepathically control your PC. Back when I was a video editor, I was assistant editor in a feature film, and my teacher and I always used to yell, "Read my mind, Final Cut!"
Warning. Ship
It never
is
would.
under attack. 4 shields failing. Left
Jason,
shield failing.
how am I the only one fighting all these people?
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, having different computer voices is something that I hear about from you guys a lot. Orangitis just brought it up. I don't know what the level of difficulty changing that around would be. I don't know. The one that I would love to push is the one that some people have been suggesting lately of having actual voices for your captains that you can choose. I don't know if that's feasible. I know we started that process once years ago. But I don't know if that's the sort of thing that we can just turn around and do now. I would love to, though. Have a couple of different choices and they follow you throughout the game. Initially, I was like, oh, let's grab some famous voice actors for that. And then I remember we can't afford to have them come in that often. Because every time we added new content, we'd have to get them back in.
Integrity below 75%.
So we'll get talented voice actors, but not necessarily famous voice actors. Why did I tractor beam that ship? What is that?
Hull
What good does that
integrity
do?
below 50%.
Oh boy, then it'll explode. Yep, here we go. Explode. Hey Joe Black, I'm doing good. How you doing? Duncan, Idaho. Sure, tardigrade voice options. That's the thing I'll get in correctly. 80 games, I doubt we'd get you 10. If we implemented something like that, and again, this is just me talking out I literally haven't even talked to anybody else about this. But if we were going to implement something like this, I would guess at most you'd get 5 choices per gender. Probably closer to 3, 2, or even 2, yeah.
Left shields failing.
Just because it's a lot of recording to do. And while we do have the budget for some studio time, we don't necessarily have the budget to hog the studio forever. Especially when they're working on, you know,
Target's
two other
shields have
games as
failed.
well.
Hull
And
integrity
I'm
below
getting
75%.
murdered. Do I have anything with the shield heal? No. Oh. Oh, maybe it's...
Hull integrity below 50%.
Well, hazard emitters is a little better.
Target's shields
It
have
does
failed.
some healing, in addition to removing all that stuff.
Right shields
Darth Vedis, we are not yet able to make Klingon look like a Discovery-era Klingon, but you will be able to eventually, unless something goes horribly wrong. The plan is to include things like Discovery Andorians, Tellarites, Klingons. Right now, the plan is to include them just as customization options for characters that have those, and for like the Discovery, the Andorians and the Tellarites, hopefully as bonus races for Discovery-era captains. Firepuff, sure, we can do tough, cute, and heroic grunting, but why don't females get to grunt? It's Star Trek, man. It's the future. Anybody can grunt if they want to.
Hull integrity below
So that's a funny thing that we can talk about, JE. I think even if we did an STO2, it wouldn't be quote unquote a new engine. That's one of those things that players throw about when they mean things like graphical or gameplay overhaul and don't actually mean an engine. What you're asking about is an overhaul of the game, which may happen one day, but isn't likely anytime soon. But an actual new engine, I mean, Neverwinter uses the same engine we do. Champions uses the same engine we do. It's just been modified for each game. RTK142 is very correct. Guys can be cute as well as women can grunt. I mean, look at me. Darth Vedis, we've actually talked about a combat tardigrade. I don't know if that's happening, but combat pets are fun, and we do like doing them. We love doing the dinosaur recently, so we'll see. Tim Hughes, that's a bigger change, I think. Asking about more body type options in the character creator. You do have a lot of customization available to you, but you're right that there aren't really like, bulky or heavy set or different types of people like that, especially for female characters. Again, something we'd like to do, but not necessarily something that's going to be happening right this minute. Am I going the wrong way? I am. It's this way. It's weird that there isn't a thing on the map telling me where to go. There is on PC. Alright, 3 minutes to blow up a big core. JE, there's a team that's working on fixing bugs as fast as we can. People often, especially the content designers, stay late, and system designers, actually everybody, stay late to get you guys, the things you want. And we'll continue to try and do that. There isn't a magic switch we can flip and fix everything. If something's not super critical, it's going to get less attention. That's just the way things are. The Starbase 1 bug this last week was super critical, so it got attention immediately. Something like, a Discovery rank badge clipping with the outfit is going to get less attention. It's just not critical. It's not stopping anybody from playing the game. Hey, Agent Daxon. You guys can't see his chat because he's posting, messages that Twitch is editing out. What's the word? Hostile? Hostile, I guess. Wesley Davis just didn't make it in time. Wanted to have Andorians for Age of Discovery. Was still working on it. Might be in for the anniversary, but didn't make it in for this release. That's all. Joe Black, yeah, this is Xbox. Come on and join in with me, bud. I was looking for people to team up with at the beginning, but I can definitely use some teammates after we finish this run. Darth Vedis, no, I don't think we would ever make a port for Xbox 360. I think that would be just as much work as making the ports we did for PS4 and Xbox One for a much, much smaller install base. So, probably not the best idea. Scott Rag, the breach basically is. I mean, it's not. He's saying the breach would be a good mission for a red alert. I mean, it fills kind of the same function, and that it's a special weekend event. You get cool rewards if you play it. So that's the general idea. 10%. Almost there. Agent Daxon, I heard you the first time. You're still being a jerk, and I'm not sure why. And it doesn't really look good on you or anyone. People think being jerks on the internet is fun, but it's not. They're just jerks. Sweet, Joe Black. Come meet me in Deep Space Nine. I'll be there in a sec. Oh god, I hit the ceiling. Oh, thanks, Lord Zandor. Zor L, can we ever get an Xbox One X PS4 Pro patch? I believe we did actually do some optimizations for PS4 Pro. I don't know about Xbox One X. I know there was some stuff the core team had to do behind the scenes to make the games But in terms of like a full, like let's make this game super awesome on those systems, I don't know if we spend the time on that. Again, the install base is pretty small. So, oh Jesus, that ship named what I think it is. How do you report a player? Perfect.
Excellent work.
Inappropriate name. Great. Cool. Let's get out of here. Oh, still gotta choose my rewards. I don't even know what this guy's gonna be grinding. Let's do, I don't know, what do you guys suggest? What marks should I be grabbing? Darth Vader, there are higher level Discovery space weapons currently in the Discovery lockbox, which is now part of the Infinity lockbox. I know that's a shitty answer and not what you're looking for, but as Age of Discovery rolls on, we'll be adding more stuff like that, especially as we add more Discovery era ships. Brian Bravant, I talked about that for about 10 minutes at the beginning of the stream. It appears you missed it, so go back and watch that later on. But the basic gist is the team's working hard on trying to fix it, and it didn't make it in for this patch. As I explain on this stream a lot of times issues aren't flip a switch fix, and I know we wish they were. We're aware that this is happening, but we're not going to stop putting events out for you guys just because there's an issue. We want you still to have the same opportunities to have fun the PC people do. And in the meantime, we're working to try and get it so queues are working better. Let's see. Alright. Nukara was the first one I saw suggested. Let's do that. Where are they at? Alright. Let's get out of here. Wraith Shadow, it's unlikely, but you never say never that we'll get re-race tokens. Neverwinter system works differently than ours, and I think it's one of those things where, if a programmer has time and it's something we decide we want to do, or something we want to spend programmer resources on, then it's much more likely to happen. But I don't know. I don't hear a ton of requests for changing your character's race or gender. The gender ones, I hear more often from the transgender members of our community, which I'm very sympathetic to. So, it might happen, it might not. For that reason, I hope it would, but we'll see. Real Farragut 79, we do need an STO ship art book. It actually is funny, whoa, I lost my focus entirely. Without giving too much away, that I can't really talk about, Thomas, in order to submit some stuff to CBS, basically made a good third of what an STO art book would be, and so I keep encouraging him to give us more stuff. I'm going to assume this guy, let's see, his name is Royalty in Motion Brown, but he looks like an STO version of that guy from Saga. Have you read the comic Saga? Prince Television or something like that? Kyrian 42, changing from Trill to Join Trill would be awesome. That's a neat feature. Dawnbat, the Orion Village from Discovery Season 1 was definitely one of the most requested things we got asked about when we asked what people would want for from Season 1 of Discovery in the game. I've pitched it. I've pitched it good. I don't know if it'll come up in the next couple of updates, but you never know. I would love to see something like that. Graham Bowers asks about why costume choices aren't all universal. Specifically, he's asking about hair options. But it actually, for every piece of material we add to the game, we have to test it to make sure it doesn't break the costume or doesn't look, it doesn't clip with something, doesn't look weird. And so if you see a piece of costume and say, well, why is that available to like Klingons and not Federation? It's probably why. It's probably we did some tests and went, oh, that'll break everything if we do that. So that's the answer. Rider 58, which do I like better, the console or PC? I don't know. I play more on PC because I have a PC at work. And so PC is what I end up playing more often. But I've really enjoyed the console that I've played. I think the controls work really well. So I don't really have a preference. Wesley Davis, stances maybe. That's something I can talk to Weston about. I don't know. Horiat, what's the lore of the party ball? Somebody who is a giant prankster did a thing, and now it exists. I'm invisible. No one can see me except for all the people who can probably see me. Phenomenal Lass, if you guys don't have the ability to save costumes on console, I will pass that along because I feel like that's the sort of thing you should have the ability to do. But I don't know for sure if there's a technical reason for that or not. I will ask about it. Michael Appleby. Michael Appleby. Did you go to Tassus, England by any chance in middle school? Anyway, are we working on any new fleet holdings? Not at the moment. A fleet holding came up as an option in a planning meeting, and the designers all kind of laughed and glared at whoever suggested it, so maybe not for a little bit. Joe Black, I'm in instance number 1, or at least I should be. Let me double check. Oops. No. There we go. Yep, I'm in instance number 1. It may be full because there's 24 people in there. Oops. How long is my cooldown for the breach? 30 minutes, okay. 23 minutes left on that, so we should probably do a different queue or something. Let me team up with some of these people. All right, so if you're dancing around me, I'm gonna try and team up with you. You know, say yes, so we can all hang out together. All right, we got one. Zor-El, inviting you. Who is this? Lucius. And I've already invited Brown. I'm trying to invite Lucius here. Okay, we've got Tsunami and Zor-El. Is Joe around here? Joe Black, you wanted to team up? Whoa. Scott Rag, there is a console that you can use, or an item you can grab to ignore the dance ball. Well, this guy, is this? No, it's this guy Savage. His outfit is pretty awesome. How did he make me bow by bowing? That's interesting. All right, need one more. Who else we got? Okay, we got Nicest Ever Fed, we got Zor-El. Brown, I think I invited you, but I'll try again. Duncan Idaho, that is feedback that I will pass on to Weston. I've already talked to him a little bit because he mentioned eyebrows and things to me. Alright, we got Brown. Let's go do a queue. Unfortunately, we can't do randoms yet on console, but we'll find something fun. Oh, Crystaline's still running? Let's do Swarm. No worries, Zor-El. As previously noted on the breach, I suck too.
Wesley Davis, there's not currently a way to play it as a Discovery era Klingon, but we'll be adding it soon. I can't say anything more than soon. Probably sometime in 2019, if I had to guess. Oh, is the collar still not editable? I thought we had that fixed. I'll double check if that check-in got taken. Am I queued up? I am. Michael Appleby, what's wrong with Undine Assault? Hard to know if there's a fix in the works if I don't know what's wrong. And also, you never answered my question about whether you went to TASIS England in middle school. Orient, thanks for letting me know. Good to know. That doesn't answer my question, Michael, because TASIS is in England, hence the name TASIS England. But I guess the answer is no then. Duncan, Idaho, no, the ship coming is not a sleigh pulled by tardigrades, as awesome as that would be, but it is really freaking cool. Super freaking metal.
Great.
Yudhistiro. Yudhistiro? Did I say that right? Anyway, wants to know about tardigrade captains. It's sort of the same deal as tardigrade bridge officers, or Zenkethi bridge officers, Tholian bridge officers. We cannot, at this time, just put the bridge officer skeleton on those guys for the animations, and so there's a ton of animations bridge officers have to go through. We've actually had a bit of discussions lately about oh, hey guys, if you're on the team, the queue ready is up. We've had some discussions recently about how we might approach that if we wanted to do things like tardigrade bridge officers in the future. But otherwise, and duty officers obviously is super possible for any of those people. That's much easier. So we'll see. Real Farragut 79, yes, the Discovery's warp core is indeed a tardigrade and a hamster wheel. You've solved it. You've solved the mystery. Oh, and I got teamed with nobody I was in a group with. That's fun. Sorry, guys. That's part of the bug, I guess. Ahmad Jeez, I'm sorry. Ahmad Kablawi. I hope I said that right. There will likely never be teaming up between Xbox and PC and PS4. Would love to do it. Wasn't really a thing when we launched console, and so the game wasn't built with that in mind. And I don't know what would be involved in making it work, but it would be probably one of those difficult things. We still ask about stuff like that, the stuff you guys really want that we talk about every now and then. But it's hard to say, like, yes, we're definitely doing this, or no, we're definitely not.
Target shield has failed.
JE, good to know. I haven't heard a ton of response. I haven't heard a ton of reports on that for PC, but I will take a look and track it down. That should be pretty easy enough to test. Zachary Ash, thank you for letting me know. Apparently there's a workaround if you're on console and this is happening, where you can
Right shield failing.
switch instances and the team will then form. That's good to know, but it sucks you have to do a workaround. I'm gonna try and get that fixed.
Target shields have failed.
Mara Hawkman, I hate to do this. I've never even heard of Creosians or RNZ. Is that a Star Trek race, or are you messing with me?
Warning. Ship is under attack. Rear shields failing.
RTP at 142, there hasn't been a follow-up since last week. As I mentioned last week, the answer I got was that the change was intentional, which, like I said, I don't necessarily agree with. So we are going to see what we can do about it. I'm getting swarmed.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Thank you, whoever just came and saved me. Graham Bowers, I think we have. If we ever did something like that, it'd probably just be a free download you get from our website. Because there's not. Star Trek Online is a healthy game. We've got a lot of people who play, but we don't have as many people who play as like Call of Duty that unleashes an official soundtrack and may sells thousands of copies. So if we ever did, it'd probably be like a free download. I could talk to people about that. Maybe they'd be up for it.
The satellite is back online. It will launch tractor mines against the Herc ships.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Mar Hawkman. So it's unlikely we would create a new race just to make them a playable race. We'd have to make them part of the storyline first. Since there isn't, it sounds like there isn't a canon appearance for those guys. Maybe make them an alien again for you. Phoenix Blue Zero. Yes, I am playing on console. Playing through Swarm right now. We did a run of Reach earlier. Probably do another one of those before I go. Majarbar, here's your reminder that you still want to get the music from the start of the stream. Darth Vedis, not anytime soon. Maybe later on. But we didn't do a temporal recruit event for Discovery. Basically, because it would have meant reprogramming the entire recruit event. It was only for temporal agents. It was only for TOS captains, and we want to make it for at least for Discovery captains as well. So if the time opens up to do that, we may do it later. Again, we're focusing on creating great story content for you guys first.
The last of the refugee ship.
Okay. During Great House, there should be an audible alert when the queues pop like there is on PC. And I'm not sure why there isn't. That's something to look into.
Spotted at escape route
And by should be, I mean, I don't mean,
there.
I know that's a bug, and we know that it's happening. I mean, that may have been a design decision that was made when console first launched, but that doesn't mean it's something we can't change. And I do think that is something you should get. The you get on PC is pretty good. Dog Ruler 543 wants to know if you've heard of the mission bugs on PC. So, bro, as I've mentioned many times on the screen before and on Twitter and other places, when you report a bug, if you just say the mission bugs or the queue bug or other things, it makes it a lot harder to track it down. It makes it harder for us to fix. The more information you can give us about anything you're asking about, the better. The more I'll be likely be able to tell you how to fix it, or tell you that we've fixed it already, or tell you that we're aware of it, or pass it on to the team if neither of those are true. SFC 100, the best I can give you is eventually. We have some of them, partially designed and being worked on. The team just has some stuff spreading them pretty thin right now. And that was the answer to the question, when are we getting Jem'Hadar veteran rewards?
Head to escape route Beta. Protect the
Phoenix
refugee
Blue, I have
ships.
heard some issues with the
Refugee ships heading
Wasteland
down
stuff
escape route Alpha. Protect them.
having problems and people not being able to play. I will look into that further.
Warning. Ship
Herc
is under
Dreadnought
attack.
on sensors.
Target's shields
Be
have
careful.
failed.
It's possible that when we moved it changed some permissions or something, and he just has to go and make some changes. It's possible that it's something deeper than that.
Warning. Ship is
Captain
under
Blade
attack.
J52 says exactly the right thing. Screenshots and especially video are so great when squashing bugs. If we can see it happening, it's so much easier to track it down and fix.
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, Barry Branch, we're already aware of the issue with the fact that a lot of queues on PC right now have enemies spawning at level 10, which is hilarious, but we're fixing it. One of the things that we actually talked about in the meeting this morning was that that was a mistake, but it was actually kind of fun to blow up 1 million ships really easily, and so maybe we'll someday in the future do like a Dynasty Warriors kind of thing where you're fighting a lot of low-level enemies and just tearing through them.
4 shields failing.
See what that feels like. I don't know. Don't know that we're necessarily going to do it, but it was brought up in a meeting this morning, and people seem to be fairly enthusiastic
Herc
about the
ship
idea.
spotted at escape route Gamma.
I
Get over
believe
there.
this Jem'Hadar is Klingon aligned. Let's look. I don't know how to tell, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he
Refugee
is.
ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
Firepuff hits it on the head. If you're going to explain a bug to us, explain it like we've never heard of the bug before. Explain it like we've never heard of the game before. Give us all of the details. It is very likely that your bug will get fixed then.
We're speeding up the
Enigmati, I think you're asking about
evacuation.
Benzite
All
Boss,
lanes
although
will
you
be
said Benzite
utilized
Bow. And there's no
Head
issue
to
with them that
escape
I'm
route
aware of.
Beta.
They may just not have
Protect the
gotten made for one
refugee
reason or
ships.
another. I'll talk to Jeremy about it.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Four shields failing. Target's shields have failed.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them. Herc ship spotted at escape
Ship is
route
under
Gamma.
attack.
Get over there.
Oh, jeez. I forgot the TV had volume up, and so I heard Odo's voice coming out of it going, what is that? Yeah, the fact that you can't replay missions is something we're aware of and working on. Sorry about that, folks. That'll hopefully get dealt with soon. John Sparks Jr., I did see that, your info about the Badlands lighting and passed it on. I think a lot of Lighting 2.0 issues, there's a lot of maps that need another pass. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as throwing a switch,
Head
as I
to
say a
escape
lot,
route Beta.
but I think we're
Protect
slowly
the
working through
refugee
it.
ships.
One of the big priorities of both Bill and Andre is making sure the old parts of the game look as good as the new ones. And so we're working on that a lot right now.
Refugee ships heading down escape
Yeah, now that
route
it's
Alpha.
canonical that
Protect them.
Klingons can have beards, I think there's a, they're not Klingons, Vulcans can have beards. Although that was canonical before, but you know what I mean. I think it's more likely that we can push for Romulan beards. I'll ask.
Herc ship spotted at escape route
Rider
Gamma.
58,
Get over
yes,
there.
that mission can still be played. It's facility 4028. If you go to available missions, you'll find the start of the story there, and I think you have to play through the story to get to it. Or if you fly to that sector, you can pick it up. Thanks for the host, Magic Man 79.
Ship is under attack.
Thanks, John.
Target's shields have failed.
Anthony Bird, good to know. I will pass that on and look into it. Thomas Allen, yeah, there'll be another featured episode rerun. Maybe not before the end of the year, but sometime soon. I'm almost done with today's endeavor. Jamie Kenworthy, if you're talking about the fact that the sorting is all out of whack on a lot of things, like bridge officers and especially the Exchange and Admiralty, we're aware of it and we're looking into it. The Herc Swarm is first. Choose rewards. Ronnie Jackson Jr. Yeah, Herc ships are available. The Swarm lockbox dropped on PC this last week? No, when did Age of Discovery drop? Was that just last week? I think it was. Yes, it was. So they dropped on PC. It'll be on console sometime soon. Kyrian, thanks for that. Good to know. That's one of those things that can be fixed like flipping a switch. Horient, we haven't collected a lot of data on that because it's only been a week. But we're looking into how people are playing the missions. Yeah. SF Lord Xandor, good to know. Alright, am I able to do another breach here? 2 minutes. Let's hang out for 2 minutes. Joe Black says he's the red guy beside me. Which one? Lucius or Amos? How do you do emotes in console? That's something I've never tried. Do you still have to go into chat to do it? Doesn't look like it. RTK of 142. I saw that too. What the new season of Orange is the New Black will be the last. That's unfortunate, but I am glad to see that Kate Mulgrew has had, you know, an awesome job for as many years as she has. It is chat. Go to chat and press Y. Okay. Emotes. There we go. What have I even got on this character? There we go. I forgot I made this guy super belly heavy. JE, there's always discussions going on the systems team about rebalancing stuff and reworking things. Oh, somebody did my dance for me. You guys are the best. Thomas Allen, because we gave away the EMH, we probably would never put it in the C-Store. We might do a wider giveaway of it someday. Don Battis, a Bloom slider for April Fools is actually a ton of work. I think. I'm pretty sure that's a lot, but we'll see. There we go. Let's breach it up. Wraith Shadow, there is always talk of getting Patrick Stewart. We would love, love, love to get Patrick Stewart in this game. It's kind of a end goal for many of us. And now that he's getting a show, is it more likely? Yeah, actually, I think it is. There's nothing to say, like, it's definitely happening, and I don't want to say that, but, you know, we've had a really close relationship with CBS recently. They really helped in getting Mary Wiseman and Rekha Sharma on board, and so you never know. We will certainly try. Horient, how busy is Weston now? So busy, dude. So busy. Dude's, like, the busiest. Don Bad, I knew what you meant. Don't worry. Alright, who's not ready and up for this? I know there's not somebody in stream, but whoever you are out there, ready up. Come on, let's go. Otherwise, in 10 seconds, I'm about to experience the console bug live on stream, which is going to be unfortunate. Sir Boulevard, Thomas versus Weston in a busy off. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But it didn't restart the counter, so let's try again. If you're out there, ready up. Duncan Idaho, I don't think Weston does. Actually, no, Weston played the game for a while. I think he does know that. He was a player and a demo recorder artist before he got the job. N Ryan 76, that's good to know. Thank you. I'll pass it on to the team. Wait, Harrison Ford actually showed up in Lego The Force Awakens? Because my god. I love how even my smartest players like Sir Boulevard just sometimes casually throw things around like have Weston redo the Iconian War. Y'all want to kill us.
The Voth Fortress ship is vulnerable.
You sure, y'all? You sure that was a joke, y'all? James Michael Simpkins asks, why isn't the Discovery character a Discovery agent? I'm not sure I understand the question. So fire it back out at me sometime with a little more info. Sir Boulevard, I would love to guest on your Star Trek Adventures campaign sometime. Hit me up. Alright, here we go. Because I have the stream up on this screen and the actual screen with the Xbox over here, I keep forgetting that there's a lot of because this is on a delay. It's on the delay you're seeing, and so I keep forgetting and almost watching that screen and dying horribly.
Four shields failing.
One thing I do really like about console is the whole, like, just aim at what you want to shoot at thing. I know that's a shooter mode. I know we have it on PC, but I don't use it enough on PC. Boom. Let's go. Real Farragut, if we could get Beer Pong and Kesha in this game, don't you think we would have done that already? Blow it all up! Freeze! This guy has Jeff Lar style up. He's not phased, but yeah. Curtis Trinell Straughter, the reason you don't get to change your warp effect even though you can edit your ship is because the system wasn't designed that way. And it would take a ton of technical work, as Thomas explained on last week's stream. I think it was last week's stream, to get that working. May have been Jared on last week's stream, actually.
Ship is under attack.
So it's actually something we would love to do, I swear to you. But it's not something that we're doing right this minute. It may be something we do someday.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
It's not a switch flip, unfortunately. That's right, I forgot Stamets has a cover band. Man, I want Anthony Rapp to work on this game so bad. I don't need to tell you, because you guys have already figured it out, I'm sure, but Rent was my favorite musical when I was a kid, and getting to meet him at STLV was super cool for me. Julian89, that's an interesting idea. We can certainly look into it. Unexpected Bagel, we do want to do the Disco Tea. We have other plans for it, beyond just selling the Discovery t-shirt. So we'll see. Wraith Shadow, I'm unsure. I honestly don't know if we're planning on putting, if we're having the bridge officers do more voices in future Discovery content. We might, but I don't know for sure. I have to ask around.
Left shield failing. Four shields
James Michael Simpkins, I guess I understand what you're asking now. We are. You are that. You are. That's what you are. You are a Discovery agent in the future, trying to stop that Klingon with a giant weapon. That is 100% what you are. Real Farragut 79. Me. I want to see that. I don't know if we'd ever do pet battles. So that's a whole nother like game design. Designing a new game to put into our game. And I know Blizzard has time for that, but we don't necessarily. So Huariant, the mission log places it after Victory's life because captains from 2409 are meant to be playing those missions, like chronologically going into those historical recreations after the events of Victory's life. The way I look at it, although this isn't canon and don't quote me on it, is that, you know, everybody's taking a well-deserved break after the Hurk invasion and relaxing with some fun historical recreations. Also to learn some more information about the people who came through the time loop. But Based on what I've been told and how I've written the fiction blogs that I wrote that took place in this, when a Discovery Captain is thrown together forward in time, they are thrown to 2409. They are thrown to the time when Federation captains would be dealing with the Klingon. So they are not planning historical recreation.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
They're actually there. Which leads to the same kind of weirdness that it led to with Age of Discovery, in that this character was always there, even though they're new. But, you know, I think it's okay. It's Star Trek. Time travel is part of it. We all know that. Tell MG96 you might be able to play a changeling someday. I don't think we'd make a Pa Wraith infused changeling. Doesn't sound like a thing we'd do. But you can RP that.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Curtis Trunell Straughter. It is not true that the Borg Red Alert event is getting an upgrade. I'm not sure where that rumor got started. Possibly because there was an issue with it last week. And we had to not run the event that we were planning. But it'll be back soon. The Fire Puff. Yeah, that does seem to be Agent Daniel's favorite place to put his temporal operatives, is 2409. But, you know, it's just, there's lots of crazy stuff going on over there.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Plus, it's not his fault that Jula jumped forward to there when she made a stupid spore gun and blew everything up. Kel MG96, I don't have a definitive answer to that question. The question was how long it in time exists between when your Age of Discovery captain jumps forward and when your Age of Yesterday captain jumps forward. Whether it's like a week or what, I don't know. Hard to say.
4 shields failing.
Is the answer to that. Orangitis Daniels, maybe. Orangitis says Daniels needs to mention that he has Dark 124.9, but there's always a good reason. There's always a need. James Michael Simpkins, it's not, because we don't know how many Discovery missions we're going to make.
4 shields
We've got more than the 2 you have planned right now, along with a whole bunch of TFOs. But I don't want to give a definitive number of how many those are, because people will say, oh, then there's only blank Discovery missions being made. And also, it's hard to say what's a Discovery mission and what's not. You know, like I said, like I've been saying before on the show, just because we're doing Discovery content doesn't mean we can't also do content that involves the actors that we know and love from other Star Trek series. Witness Jeffrey Combs showing up to Strand for Age of Discovery. So that kind of blends the line sometimes. You know, it doesn't. We might make a mission that has, say, Ja'ula in it, but also has Aaron Eisenberg or Jerry Ryan or something like that. And then is that a Discovery mission? That's a question, and I don't know the answer to it. So Rollbar makes a good point. Dropping people in 2409 might be a way to set them up for the Iconian War, to sort of refill Starfleet's ranks after they were decimated in that war. That's not a bad headcanon. I like it. Zor-El, I have often thought, if this game was ever going to come to end, and I hope it doesn't, that the way to go out would be to do one mission where we got all the captains in. But yeah, as you point out, that would blow the budget for the next 15 years.
Excellent work.
Alright. Let's choose some rewards.
Congratulations on that first.
Ah, leveled up. Cool. Alright. Wraith Shadow, it's far more likely that we'll actually be using VO actors than pulling dialogue from the games. The reason that we did that for Odo was because we really wanted to take... we really wanted to have the end of that episode tease that, hey, Rene Auberginois is going to be in the game, but he wasn't scheduled to record. And so the options were have no dialogue or pull a we need to talk from somewhere and let him say that. And we've actually now gone back and replaced that audio. So I don't think that's something we'll be doing a lot of. We try to avoid it. All right. So guys, I have got to run downstairs and get some more work done, including your patch notes. So I'm not seeing a ton of new questions come in. I'm going to give you a few minutes to throw more my way. Go. Go. Yeah, we did Wraith Shadow. We did do that for Cisco. You're right. We wanted to do it. We wanted to get that one reference into him there, and using that one line seemed okay. But we wouldn't ever do anything more than a cameo with that. Horiant, that does make sense, doesn't it? Good thought. Alright, cool guys. Looks like we're heading out. So thank you all for joining me very much. I hope you had fun. And I will see you next week. Next week we'll talk about what we talked about at Destination Star Trek on Saturday. And fingers crossed I may actually get Andre, our new EP, on. We'll see. All right.